Years ago, while working with professional NBA athletes, I had the opportunity to hear from a guest speaker who was a foot specialist. She traveled from overseas to our training facility to share her assessment strategies, methodology, and clinical practices with our staff. That session turned out to be one of the most insightful experiences of my career. It was then that I realized I had taken for granted the critical role the foot plays in communicating with the ground. Don't get me wrong, I was already familiar with Christopher McDougall's Born to Run, the Vibram Five Fingers area, and the broader conversation around barefoot training. But until that experience, barefoot, to me, simply meant taking off your shoes and standing or walking on asphalt, turf, grass, or a weight room floor as a way to strengthen the intrinsic neuromuscular qualities of the foot. What I hadn't realized was that this interaction with the ground is also a powerful opportunity to develop heightened sensory awareness across multiple systems of the body. We're so used to wearing flat-soled cushioned shoes that I think we've become desensitized to what our feet can actually do. We lose the ability to feel, to interpret, and to connect as a result of this comfort. And when we lose sensory input, we lose our ability to respond skillfully. We also lose our ability to listen. That foot specialist said something that really stuck with me. We give kids shoes too early. By doing that, we limit their ability to learn the features of the ground, to develop a language with the ground. I found that incredibly profound. During my time in baseball, every morning around 9 or 10 a.m., we'd run dynamic warm-ups. It became a symbolic part of the day, a way to lock in, move together, and form a brotherhood. Toward the later stages of my time with the Philadelphia Phillies, I found myself gravitating more and more towards nature. That shift was partly personal. I was searching for a deeper understanding of myself and the world, but also influenced by the athletes I worked with. These guys are movement experts. They come from all over the world, and they brought ideas, perspectives, and habits with them. As I watched and learned, I began adopting some of those practices for myself. One thing I started doing was taking off my shoes. Sometimes I'd keep my socks on and just walk or run on the grass. And what I noticed, what I felt, was a different kind of response from the ground. It felt like I could bounce, pounce, and move more efficiently. I couldn't explain it at the time, but the sensation, the feeling, was undeniable. This concept is crucial for athletes, especially high performers. If you're an athlete looking for an edge, here's a suggestion. When you wake up, find a path that leads into nature and walk it barefoot or in just your socks, focusing on the experience of both listening to and communicating with the ground. Eventually, work your way up to running barefoot, but start with short distances. Chances are your feet and body aren't yet conditioned for longer runs without shoes due to a lack of practice, experience, or specific training of running barefoot. When progressing your load, consider this approach. Begin on grass, then move to gravel or other uneven surfaces. Pay attention to how your feet respond and what sensations arise. This is the essence of noting the ground beneath you, training your body to interpret the world through your feet. For athletes who run, jump, cut, or strike, your relationship to the ground is everything. If you can use the ground better than your opponent, you gain an edge. Using the ground means spreading your toes, feeling the dips and peaks beneath you. Training on uneven terrain develops more than just proprioception, the body's sense of spatial awareness and stability.